This presentation will focus on vocational education and training, or VET for short. What are your options for studying VET at CAV, on campus and off campus? So what is VET? VET provides pathways for all young people, including those who want to study at TAFE or move into the world of work after completing Year 12. There are many industries that you can go into through the TAFE avenue, and all of those can be started whilst you're at school. So what are your options? You can do a school-based traineeship or an apprenticeship. You can enrol yourself in a TAFE course. You can choose from many of the VET certificates that we offer here on campus at CAV, or you can choose to study a VET certificate offered by our external providers, which are off campus. Things that you need to consider before choosing a VET course or a VET pathway. First of all, your attendance. Obviously, you're going to be missing school 1 day per week. Therefore, we have a look and see what your attendance rates are before we approve for you to do a course. You should be aiming at 95% or above attendance to be able to manage a VET course and your on-school program. What your chosen career pathway is. Under the current government funding, you are entitled to one free Cert 2 course through what's known as the VETS funding. We must insist that this course that you choose is going to be relevant to your chosen career pathway, as you don't get another opportunity to have a free one. Your family would have to pay for any subsequent VET courses that you might like to take up. What the impact will be on your timetable. That is something that I consider with you. We sit down together and have a look at that, because I don't like you to be missing your core subjects of maths and English particularly. So we try to avoid days where you have both of those subjects, but unfortunately we can't avoid those subjects at all. So often one lesson being affected is usually not too bad to manage. What your ability to organise and keep up with your schoolwork is like. So obviously, if you're going to be missing a day of classes, you need to be very responsible and find out what work you're going to miss prior to being away that day, and make sure that you have that work completed and ready for the next lesson that you have of that subject when you return. And what are the costs involved? There are many different industry areas which are known as skill shortage areas. These are the ones where the Cert 2 courses are free, but in some of those areas that are not considered to be skill shortage areas, there is a fee that your parents will be having to pay for you to be able to do that course. Now, they are partially government funded, which means it costs you a lot less than what it would if you were out of school, but there is still costs involved, and we look at those with you when you wish to apply. To be able to apply for any school-based traineeship, apprenticeship or a TAFE course, you must have our school approval for that. You can't just sign up yourself, because we have to take all of those things in consideration first to see if you are an eligible candidate. So why would you choose a school-based apprenticeship and traineeship? Basically, it offers the following things to you. Real life experience. You're actually on the job, learning as you're going along. The invaluable opportunity to learn while you're earning money. You do get paid for a traineeship and you do get paid for a school-based apprenticeship. You get a very good introduction into the workplace and what the employer expectations are of you in that work situation. You obviously have something very valuable to put on your resume, and also the opportunity to get some very valuable referees who can vouch for your work ethic. You get a head start into your chosen career, and that's why you would choose to do a VET course or a school-based apprenticeship or a traineeship. You have the ability to build an employment history before you leave school. Often when you're trying to even get part-time jobs, they want to know what experience you've had. I have students say to me all the time, this is really hard, miss, because I'm just at school. I don't have any experience. How can I get that? A pathway from school straight into work or a trade. So it's a very good opportunity for you to actually get started and get permanent employment when you finish Year 12. You obviously get credit towards your QCE or your Queensland Certificate of Education. That can be anything from 3 credits up to 8 credits, depending on the level and the type of certificate that you're doing. You get a nationally recognised qualification on completion of your course. So that means that if you were to do a Certificate 2 in plumbing here in Queensland and you took that certificate with you when you moved to Melbourne and you wanted to go into plumbing down there for an apprenticeship, you would be able to show them that you have completed that Certificate 2 here in Queensland, and that would be recognised by other states. So you would be definitely a candidate to be able to get an apprenticeship down in Melbourne, for example. You also get improved confidence and you gain communication skills. Right? You grow as a person in this particular situation because you are exposed to the workforce, and you also have other people besides teachers and parents who you are responsible for, you're responsible to, and that who you have to answer to. So it does make you grow up very quickly. So what are the requirements for a school-based apprenticeship and a traineeship? First of all, you are trained in the workplace and you are linked up with a training organisation. That training organisation are responsible for the theory side of your course. And yes, there are theory modules that you have to do along with the on-site work placement. There is paid work. So most school-based apprenticeships and traineeships require a minimum of 50 days per calendar year, which equates to about an average of 7.5 hours every 3 months that you have to work in order to be paid. If you are under 18 years of age, the consent of a parent is required. And it can be continued after school. So in the case of an apprenticeship, you won't finish an apprenticeship whilst you're at school. Often they are anywhere from 3 to 4 years, but you will definitely finish at least your first year, and in some cases be in your second year by the time you finish year 12. In that case, the employer has to what we call roll you over to full-time, so they then convert your apprenticeship to a full-time apprenticeship, and you would attend that every day, obviously because school is completed. Now, we often advertise these when we do get them that come up our way, so you need to check the notice board outside K16, and obviously Mrs. Anderson will be sending out emails from term 4 onwards for you to be able to join these particular opportunities. Now with TAFE, check your emails for the handbook. We have got the handbook, it's coming out. There will be a link that you can have a look at that handbook before your CETP interviews take place. If you wish to apply for any of those courses, you must see us in K16. You must apply through school because I have to have a look at that and make sure that it's appropriate for your career, that it fits into your school program and what impact that's going to have on your QCE. Please be very mindful, though, that if you leave your application until late in the year or next year, you can end in disappointment. A lot of those courses are very popular and they fill up very quickly. So as soon as we advertise that the applications are open, you need to come and talk to us in K16. All right, what do we have to offer here at CAV on campus? Well, under our scope, which means we're entitled to be able to deliver these certificates and issue you your certificate, you have 3 options. You can study a Certificate 2 in Visual Art, which is usually run on a Wednesday afternoon as a sport option. You can do the Certificate 2 in Music Industry, or you can do the Certificate 2 in Skills for Work and Vocational Pathways. Now, this particular certificate, every non-ATAR student will do this in Year 12, and some students who have study lines, because there are no suitable subjects available on that line, they are able to do this certificate and commence that early. Through TAFE here on campus, we run a partnership with our engineering and our furnishing people, and we do the Certificate 2 in Furniture Making Pathways, the Certificate 3 in Engineering Pathways, Certificate 2 in Engineering Pathways, and our Certificate 3 in Engineering, which is the technical side of things. Now, that's done here on campus. It's delivered by our staff, but TAFE are the people who issue your certificate and mark your assessment and so on. We also have 2 courses that we run through Binnacle Training. We have a Certificate 3 in Business and we have a Certificate 3 in Fitness. Now again, they're done here on campus. Our staff deliver the courses and Binnacle are responsible for issuing your qualification. Some other programs that we have been involved in and that we'll continue to be involved in is with the Queensland Government. They have a number of courses at a Certificate 2 level, which are in our industry skill shortage areas. And these are courses such as Accelerate, which is our light or heavy vehicle course, Alleviate, which is our aged care build 8 in construction, our Generate, which is our transport and logistics, which is a massive area and a very, very big job growth area, our Marinate, which is our kitchen excellence program, and our Style 8, which is our hair and beauty services. Now, not all of these may run next year, but at this point in time, these are the things that we've been involved in and have had an opportunity to participate in. Some of the others that we can do is Certificate 2 Aircraft Line Maintenance through Aviation Australia, our Certificate 2 in Health Support, which we're probably going to run with either Prestige or Axiom next year, and our Certificate 2 in Logistics and Warehousing through Axiom College. So again, these are courses that you can apply for and that we need to just check your suitability for before you sign up. Now, QCE credits, you will get QCE credits from doing certificate courses. Certificate 2s are generally 4 credits. Certificate 3s can be anywhere from 5 to 8 credits. If you're doing a school-based apprenticeship, then you can get some credit towards your QCE from that. You will get 2 credits if you have completed 30% of your theory competencies whilst you're enrolled at school. And your on-the-job component can get you up to 4 credits, depending on how many days you actually complete over a 12-month or 2-year period. So essentially, every 25 days can give you 1 credit, and we have a maximum of 4 credits that we're allowed to get there. Some of the other courses that you do, depending on your Certificate 1 in construction is 3 credits because of the number of hours that you complete there. As I said earlier, your Certificate 2 is usually up to 4 credits, and your Certificate 3 can vary from 5 to 8 credits. So who does a VET pathway most suit, or VET courses most suit? Those of you who want to get an apprenticeship or a traineeship, those of you who want to do further study at TAFE after year 12, that means people who want to do a uni course eventually, but might need to go through the diploma bachelor pathway. If you are not choosing an ATAR program for direct university entry, then obviously if you're ATAR eligible, then you're going directly to university, so VET would not be an appropriate choice for you.